Oye, mira, my name is Christian Ortiz, the developer of Justice AI. It's June 20th, 2024, and this is Decoding Bias. Yesterday, Republican Governor Jeff Landry of Louisiana signed into law requiring that all schools in the state display the Ten Commandments. Let's take a look.
This bill mandates the display of the Ten Commandments in every classroom in public, elementary, secondary, and post-education schools in the state of Louisiana. Because if you want to respect the rule of law, you got to start from the original lawgiver, which was Moses.
That's right.
Amen.
All right.
God gave, Moses received.
That's right. He got his commandments from God. And he wrote them on for us. All right.
Now, if any of you have paid attention in civics class, you're probably asking yourselves, well, how is this even possible when we have separation of church and state within our own Constitution? I'm going to go ahead and input this entire situation into Justice AI so that it can analyze it and give us a feedback comparing what's actually in our Constitution and how problematic this law actually is. Let's take a look. Jai, I would like you to analyze this speech from Governor Jeff Landry. Louisiana has become the first state to require that the Ten Commandments be displayed in all public schools, from kindergarten to state-funded universities. Opponents have questioned the law's constitutionality and vowed to challenge it in court. I would like you to analyze what we have today constitutionally versus what this law is implying to accomplish. Tell me what the issues are, and where does this exactly put us as a nation today?
Here's the analysis of Governor Jeff Landry's speech regarding the mandate to display the Ten Commandments in Louisiana's public school classrooms. Analyzing Governor Jeff Landry's speech reveals several problematic issues from constitutional, social, and educational perspectives. Constitutional concerns. 1. Separation of church and state. The First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution prohibits the establishment of religion by the government. Mandating the display of the Ten Commandments in public schools can be seen as a government endorsement of a particular religious viewpoint, which is likely to be challenged as unconstitutional. This is supported by precedents such as the Supreme Court case Stone v. Graham, 1980, which ruled that mandatory display of the Ten Commandments in public schools violates the Establishment Clause. 2. Religious freedom. The mandate potentially infringes on the religious freedom of students and staff who may not adhere to Judeo-Christian beliefs. This can lead to a feeling of exclusion and marginalization for those of different faiths or secular backgrounds. Social and educational issues. 1. Cultural inclusivity. Public schools serve a diverse population, including students from various religious, cultural, and secular backgrounds. Imposing a religious symbol that is specific to Christianity and Judaism may alienate non-Christian students and undermine the inclusive environment schools aim to foster. 2. Historical and cultural context. The governor's assertion that the Ten Commandments are the original lawgiver oversimplifies and misrepresents the complexity of legal and ethical traditions worldwide. Laws and ethical systems have evolved from various cultural and historical contexts, not solely from the Judeo-Christian tradition. 3. Educational implications. The primary role of public education is to provide a secular and unbiased education. Introducing religious mandates can divert attention from educational goals and create unnecessary divisions among students. It could also lead to legal challenges and distract from educational priorities due to potential court battles. Critical analysis of the speech. 1. Appeal to authority. The speech appeals to religious authority by stating God gave, Moses received, and presents it as a foundational aspect of law, which may not resonate with everyone, especially in a pluralistic society. This type of rhetoric can alienate those who do not share the same religious beliefs. 2. Simplification of legal origins. By attributing the rule of law solely to religious texts, the speech ignores the contributions of other civilizations and secular legal principles that have shaped modern legal systems. For instance, many foundational legal principles in the U.S. also derive from Enlightenment thinkers and common law traditions. 3. Implications for religious minorities. Mandating a religious text in public spaces can create a precedent for privileging one religion over others, leading to potential discrimination against religious minorities and atheists, contrary to the principles of religious neutrality in public institutions. In conclusion, Governor Landry's speech and the subsequent mandate to display the Ten Commandments in Louisiana's public schools raised significant constitutional, social, and educational concerns. It challenges the principle of separation of church and state, risks alienating non-Christian communities, and undermines the pluralistic and inclusive nature of public education. The potential legal challenges and societal divisions that could arise from this mandate underscore the importance of maintaining a clear boundary between religious beliefs and public institutions. Here's the analysis of what this situation says about the state we're in as a country. The situation surrounding Governor Jeff Landry's mandate to display the Ten Commandments in Louisiana's public school classrooms highlights several broader issues and trends in the United States today. Polarization and divisiveness. 1. Cultural and religious polarization. This mandate exemplifies the deep cultural and religious divides in the country. Efforts to introduce religious symbols in public institutions often stem from a segment of the population that feels their cultural and religious values are under threat. Conversely, opponents view such measures as an encroachment on the separation of church and state and an imposition of particular religious values on a diverse population. 2. Legal and constitutional debates. The contentious nature of this mandate reflects ongoing debates about the interpretation of the Constitution, particularly the First Amendment. These debates are not just legal, but also cultural, reflecting differing views on the role of religion in public life. Struggle for inclusivity. 1. Challenges to inclusivity. The mandate to display the Ten Commandments in public schools highlights the struggles to create inclusive environments that respect and accommodate diverse religious and cultural backgrounds. It raises questions about whose values are being prioritized and whose voices are being marginalized. 2. Impact on marginalized communities. Measures like this can have a significant impact on marginalized communities, particularly religious minorities, non-religious individuals, and those from different cultural backgrounds. It can create an environment where these groups feel excluded or marginalized, exacerbating feelings of alienation and division. Political and social dynamics. 1. Political mobilization. The decision by Louisiana's government can be seen as part of a broader trend where political leaders use cultural and religious symbols to mobilize their base. This tactic can deepen divisions and polarize public opinion further. 2. Resistance and advocacy. The opposition to this mandate signifies the presence of active resistance and advocacy for maintaining secularism in public institutions. It reflects a broader movement that seeks to protect the constitutional principle of separation of church and state and to ensure that public spaces remain neutral and inclusive. Have reflection on national identity. 1. Tensions in national identity. This situation underscores the tensions in America's national identity. The country prides itself on religious freedom and diversity, yet these values are frequently challenged by efforts to prioritize certain religious or cultural norms over others. 2. Evolving values. It also highlights the evolving nature of American values. As the country becomes more diverse, there is an increasing push to reevaluate and redefine what it means to uphold freedom, inclusivity, and equality in public life. Legal and educational implications. 1. Legal battles. The inevitable legal challenges that will arise from this mandate reflect the ongoing struggle to balance religious freedoms with constitutional principles. These legal battles are critical in shaping the future landscape of religious and cultural rights in the country. 2. Educational focus. The focus on such mandates also detracts from pressing educational issues, such as improving the quality of education, addressing educational inequities, and ensuring that schools are safe and supportive environments for all students. In summary, this situation reflects a country grappling with its diverse identity, struggling to balance religious freedoms with secular principles, and navigating deep cultural and political divides. It underscores the importance of ongoing dialogue, legal scrutiny, and advocacy to ensure that public policies uphold the values of inclusivity, equality, and constitutional integrity.